Constantly changing, always rearranging, always rearranging, always rearranging. Beyond who we are, that is constantly changing, always rearranging, always rearranging. Constantly changing, always rearranging, always rearranging, always rearranging. Beyond who we are, that is constantly changing, always rearranging, always rearranging, always rearranging.
paradise. Won't change your mind. Can't shake the lights. I'll take the chance and roll the dice. I want it all, just for the night. I live it out like I'll never die. I lose my head in the starry skies. Can't chain me down, I feel so alive. Back down, only one way out. I let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turn me inside out. No one can stop me now. So turn up the light. Turn up the light. This is what I waited for. 'Cause the clock keeps ticking, hard for me to keep up. I can't take it no more. 'Cause the time keeps turning, feels just like it speeds up. It's what I waited for.
Oh, that was a abrupt stop to music. How is everyone doing today? We're starting week 2 of SSBL Season 6. We got a great slate of games for you. I'm A Squared, eating some raisin bread. Everyone seems stoked. 3 of our 4 games, well, primarily actually this week. Primarily, most of our games are going to be from the Heroic Conference, as the Stingers, Serpents, Skulls of Rock, and Cyclones, I believe, all have the week off. Vikings, who play tonight, play all 3 days this week. But we got some great matchups for you tonight. We got Gauchos, up and coming, maybe rebuilding, but still a threat, against the Season 4 winners in the Lumberjacks, looking to keep on chopping. Then our second game of the night will be our only epic conference game, as the Angels will head to Red Rock to take on the formidable High Rollers. Then in game 3, we have our SSBL game of the night, as the Retrievers take on under new management, getting her first win. Getting her first win of her SSBL career in the Vikings, as Joy Holiday, rookie, will take on Dina Gregory. And then to round it out tonight, we have, I'm trying to think off the top of my memory here, Wrong Fielders getting their first win, as Lasers got his first win as a SSBL GM against the Moonshots, looking to get into the win column for the first time this season after starting out 0-2. Hope you guys enjoy the stream tonight. I'm excited to watch these games. We got a good crop of games tonight. I see some Jacks fans in the chat, but without further ado, I have it queued up. It's ready to go. Jacks, Gauchos. Oh, let's get it rolling. As I just finished my food. So, did I bring my drink? I did. Jacks, Gauchos. Gauchos losing a heartbreaker against the Wrong Fielders. Jacks at home. I believe they're home opener. I believe so. Not sure. But it's going to be Steve Stevens, former player, versus Jefferson Steelflex, coming in a trade last season from the Unicorns, as first pitch is sent to Strangelove, picks it up. The lefty third baseman gets the out. Here's Daydream Favor. Didn't even get to talk about Tailwind, but we'll talk about him back when we're back to the top of the order. So Daydream Favor, she's bounced around the league a little bit, getting a couple many of trades, I believe 2. She bats second in the designated spot. She looks at a cork ball, and she'll foul that off. Full count. And strike! 3 call, got frozen on the slider from Steelflex. And now it's Levi Booth. Off topic, but did anybody see in MLB, in actual baseball, that Reds hitter who had that 22 pitch at bat after starting off 0-2. Absolutely amazing. That's why I love baseball. 22 at pitch at bat. But back to this. Full count to Levi Booth from Steel Flex. And Booth will foul that off. And strike three calls. Back-to-back strikeouts for Steel Flex to end the top half of the inning. Yeah, and it led to a walk. 22 pitches. Oh, man, I would have been so pissed if I was the pitcher. So Lumberjacks getting their first crack at it. Longtime Lumberjack, Speedy Gonzalez, starting it off. And it's big curveball, finds the zone, and Stevens starts out his stint with the strikeout. Phil Barco Jr. steps up to the plate. That's the longest AB I've ever seen. Barco offers at the high fastball, comes up empty. Breaks his bat, but gets some wood on it, but fouls it off. Stevens coming in with the heat. Another fouled off to the right. And a swing and a miss. So Stevens back-to-back strikeouts in his first two batters. Shelby Callens batting third, captured. And 2-2. Check swing. And Callens works a walk, so no hat trick of strikeouts in this inning for Stevens, or 3 straight for him. He still get the hat trick, but Conrad now, former Stinger, former Skull, former Wildcat, the season 1 player, been in the league for a very long time, as he's behind 1-2 from Stevens. The pitch, and he gets some wood on that. Weekly hit to Hugh. Hugh sends to Walker, and that's it for the Lumberjacks after getting a walk. So nothing new in this first inning. And in top of the second, Kenya Weist, former high roller, and briefly Serpent and Skulls of Rock, Skull player, I think. Never played a game with them, but he'll step up to the plate. Steel Flex finds his own. As Weist sends that one to left, looks like Ball's gonna have a good beat on it and gets the out. How do I sound, everyone? Please let me know how I sound, how the game sounds, if I need to adjust anything. I didn't change anything from last stream, so I don't know, but let me know. As Fat Hugh will step up to the plate. And Hugh will foul it off. 2-2. Hard shot, but good dive by Barco. Played it well, dove for it, got the out. So Warden Campbell will be up. One of the few Gauchos to survive the purge. Yeah, that's Kenny Weiss for you. Never played a game for the Serpents or Skulls, but was briefly a member as Warden Campbell lofts one in a high left field. And Ball under it. Ends the top half of this inning. Still no hits for either team, but Ball, Tygo, and Paula Reed will get the do up for the Lumberjacks. Also, Hummus, what do you mean in stats? Like ratings wise, or? 3-1 to Ball. And he offers it. That slider comes up empty. Swing and a miss! High fastball got him the chase, and that's Stevens' third strikeout. Tank Tygo, the second year. Rookie season, not what you thought you would expect from him. A little bit maybe of a disappointment in some circles. But a new season here for him, looking to make an impact. As he does, he sees one hit in the gap. That's going to get to the wall. Tiger rounds first, heading to second. Tailwind picks it up, throws to the cutoff man. Tiger slides into second for the first hit of the ball game, and it's a 1-out double. Yeah, same. I'm actually, for some reason, I stopped playing this game because it frustrates me as Reed pops it up in the infield. Walker's under it. No, because I'm actually recently started playing this game, like actually playing the game again, because I stopped playing because it pissed me off to no end. But I just had to redo my stats or my ratings as Strangelove to center, but Tailwind gets a good angle on it and a double from Tygo. Nothing comes across. Top of the third, we're through twos till no score. What blockbuster trade? I'm not trading him anything unless he wants like Taylor or Butler. Alfred Walker, the whiffer. Liner, but Smith takes two couple sets back and gets the out. Yeah, I played AI games. It's I just redid my ratings because I think I was too high, and I just redid my ratings. I'm actually having a very enjoyable experience for the most part. And strike three on 3 pitches. That's Steel Flex's third strikeout of the day. But yeah, I just redid my ratings or my difficulty, and I kind of just recalculated, and I've been having an enjoyable experience again. But yeah, my leagues, it's like way lower than this. If I could, I would play a league with like our teams, but I can't because I change the team pack every time. So, and swing and a miss. So 2 strikeouts for Steel Flex makes it 4, and it's a quick inning for the Gauchos. Bottom of the third, we're going. But yeah, so because I use a new team pack like pretty much every week, I can't have a league because it'll mess up the save editor if I have a league, if all the teams are in a league. So unfortunately I can't play with our teams, but whatever. I made my own league. Took me like 2 weeks to make that league too. Daquan Smith, slow roller, Sardines barehands it in time to Walker. I actually haven't played online at all. Not once. Besides like a few games with like Wigan and Dean and a couple other people. That's the only online I played. I haven't played like against random people. So back to the top of the order for Speedy Gonzalez, as he's up 3-1 on Stevens. Stevens finds the slider, and it's full count. And check swing, Wisely lays off that, gets a walk. Yeah, internet's a huge thing in this game. And Barco with the runner on first. Good arm behind the plate and Campbell, but it's ground ball to first. Walker, Pendragon back to first. Dragon special. And the Gauchos and the Lumberjacks after the walk get nothing. Yeah, I play the game offline primarily. So actually, before I got my PC, I had my league. It was like a couple seasons in, like on SMB2, across SMB2 and SMB1. So I started with the teams at SB1, and then SMB2 I just went all out with 30 teams. Samir Tailwind fouls it off 1 and 2, and Tailwind makes an ill-advised swing, swings one way out of the zone, and he's a strikeout victim. 5 strikeouts for Steel Flex. But yeah, so I like redid my whole league, expanded it to 30 teams, like with like actual cities, like I took teams from the actual game, like Portland B Wolves. As off the glove of Steel Flex, Daquan Smith, and that's gonna be, I believe, a hit, as they call it. So first base runner for the Gauchos, and that is gonna be a hit. There goes a runner. Throw to second from Callens, not in time. I believe that's Sardines getting the steal. So Booth, runner in scoring position 2-0. 2-1. 3-1 to Booth. Forkball finds his own, makes a full count. Strike 3 called. Fastball caught the outside part of the plate. So 2 outs for Kenyon Weiss with the runner on second. But yeah, so like I just have my own league. And then when I got my PC, I like transferred everything. I had to do it by hand, but I did everything on my Xbox, put it on my PC. As Weiss sends one in the right, and it's gonna get to the wall. And Sardines will score easily. Weiss heading to second, and the Gauchos score first as they take a 1-0 lead. Hummus, is like the Xbox Live League, like what ego do they play at? Because I play at like 90. Pop up and Callens. So Gauchos get one off the RBI double from Kenny Weiss. And in the bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Gauchos. Yeah, I played 90 against AI. All my things weren't. Well, okay, my pitching's like 88, but still. And a 4-pitch walk to Callan starts off this inning for Stevens. I feel pitching is way harder against AI than it is hitting. Conrad looks at a curveball that is in their zone. Are you kidding me? Wow. Pitching's 99. That's insane. So Buck ball. Run on first for 1 out. He's 0 for 1. Stevens is locked in. He's got 3 walks, however. Well, 1 hit. And AAA probably my. And strike 3 called. Got the outside part of the plate. And ball is a strikeout victim. 4 strikeout for. Or yeah, 4 strikeout for Stevens. Are people out? Oh, and Tank Tygo hits it deep to left, and that baby is gone. Lumberjacks take the lead, and it's a 2-1 ball game off the bat of Tank Tygo. Finally cracked through. Ground ball from Paula Reed. Pendragon picks it up, throw to first in time. But up for the Lumberjacks. Tank Tygo, a 2-run shine to the left field, a no doubter. As now it's a 2-1 ball game heading into the 5th. Is it pretty active on this? Like, do people actually like? How is it like? Do people actually play their games like all the time, or is there a lot of like forfeits because people lose interest that they suck? Huh. Shoot me that Discord link. I might be interested. Ball 4 from Steelflex to lead off this inning. I might be interested.
The first baseman, number 77.
Nope, that's high. Ball, high.
There goes the runner, hit and run, but popped up by Walker. Reed will take it. Excellent. So 1 out for Fiona Beher Pendragon, one of the Pendragon sisters. There's Artoria and Yumeko. Don't know where Artoria is, but Yumeko and on the Spartans in the Stingers organization. Well, 1 and 2 to Pendragon. The pitch for Steelflex, and it's a high with the ball.
That's foul.
2-2. Pendragon ground ball. This could be 2. Barco throws to Smith. Smith's on the first. In time! It's a Dragon special to end this inning. So nothing for the Gauchos as they're turned away after a leadoff walk. Both teams have 2 hits, but the difference in score is 1 as Lumberjacks still lead 2-1. Strangelove will start it off. Looks at a changeup that falls in for a strike.
Ball, high.
And base hit, that's going to drop in the gap to the wall. Strangelove will head to second. A stand-up double to lead off the inning for Strangelove. Cool, thank you, Hummus. I might check it out.
Second baseman, number 19.
No. Nope, no. Nope, that's high.
That's wall. Good play by Pendragon. Throw to first. Not in time, but good effort there. Probably saved a run, but runners on the corners and back to the dangerous part of the lineup and with Speedy. So Pendragon just didn't have enough oomph on that. Daquan Smith beats out the throw. Big swing and a miss from Speedy Gonzalez. And he fouls that one off, so behind 1 and 2, Stevens. There goes Daquan Smith, throw to second in time. Not a great jump there from Smith as Warren Campbell with this cannon gets the out. Speedy works it to full count. Ground ball, corners were in, so Strangelove will hold at third, and Speedy is out. 2 outs for Phil Barco Jr. with the runner on third. Can Stevens work out of this jam? Was runners at the quarter with the no outs? Now it's 2 outs. It's still a word to second. Sardines gets the out, and Stevens strands a runner on the base, strands a runner in scoring position, and puts up a 0 on the board. Heading to the top of the 6th.
Number 56.
Sardines will start it off. As she gets way under that one. Floats to the left side of the infield, but it's gonna head to the seats, luckily for her.
Ball outside.
And she'll foul that one off. Make it even at 2. Ground ball. Right to Barco Jr. Throw to first in time for the first out. Back to the top of the order and free agent acquisition and hot name in Samir Tailwind. But he's behind 0-2 here. And strike 3 called on 3 pitches and Steel Flex. Good sequence there, getting him on the fastball. Here's Daydream Favor.
Nope. Outside.
1 for 2 with the single.
Outside.
Changeup finds the zone, 2-1.
Off the plate.
Curveball way misses 3-1 to Fever. And she swings up to 3-1. Gonna be a shallow right center, and Daquan will get out there and get the out. So 1-2-3 inning for Steel Flex. Score still stands 2-1 Lumberjacks.
Catcher, number 34.
Shelby Callens.
Ball high. Off the plate.
Stevens at 74 pitches, laboring a little bit. Big curveball finds his own. And Callens gets hit. That just got away from Stevens. Do I put my best? Yeah, I put my best minor. I put my best minors pitchers in the rotation because they're. I mean, they're all SPRPs, so it really doesn't matter. Hugh, throw to second, but it's gonna be in the dirt. Good play by Sardines to collect that, and a Dragon special. She threw it on the first. Good play by Sardines, as that was a bad throw in the dirt. She picked it,
That's outside.
made the play, and threw it to first to complete the Dragon special.
Inside.
And it's 2 outs, nobody on for Buck Ball.
That's down.
3-0 from Stevens. Finds his own. Full count from Stevens. And a swing and a miss. Buck Ball from 3-0. And a strikeout for Stevens. As we're heading to the top of the 7th. Still 2-1 ball game.
The right fielder, number 19.
Aggie, they're technically not hitting a rotation as that ball is hit deep in the center. Back goes Speedy, and it's a gone. Levi Booth with a solo shot. 469, nice. Ties the game up at 2. Aggie, it really doesn't matter because every pitcher is SPRP. It doesn't matter if there technically is no rotation. The rotation's realistically just for us, like to who to put in. There is technically no rotation in the minors.
Off the plate.
It's just for us, like who to put in first.
Ball high.
Full count,
Ball four.
and it's a walk to Kenny Weist. Yeah, it's realistically just for us. Like the rotation thing, that's just for us. Fat Hugh will get lifted for a pinch hitter because Peterson will pinch hit, wanting the more power. Steel Flex at 95 pitches. Little tired out there as he's up on Cuz Peterson 0-2. And Peterson offers up the 0-2 pitch, pops it up high up. Daquan camped under it, and it will get the out. I have not been paying attention to this game.
The catcher, number 7.
Or I have been paying attention, but I've been talking more than commentating. That's fine, I'm having fun. Warden Campbell will step up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with the walk as Hardliner past the diving Smith into right field. Runner will just head to stay at second as now it's first and second for Alfred Walker. He's 0 for 2. That's it for Steel Flex. Nick's Grayweather will come in for relief, trying to get out of this jam. Both runners on base are Steel Flex's responsibility, so do not close the book on him yet. 2-0 to Alfred Walker. And Walker hits one high. It was in the middle of the play, but he maybe just missed it a little bit under it. Camped under it is Speedy Gonzalez. Runner will tag from second, heading to third, and Weiss slides into third, and he's safe. So runners at the corners. Big opportunity here for Pendragon. She is tense. First and third. Could break the tie here with 2 outs. Can she get a clutch hit?
That's inside. Foul ball.
And she's behind 1-2. 1-2 coming from Greyweather. Just gets a piece of that one and fouls it off, so she'll stay alive. Swing and a miss, 100 miles per hour, blows it by Pendragon. And the score will stay tied. Heading to the bottom of the 7th, my name is A Squared. I'd like you to thank you for joining us tonight. If you're interested, if your first time, give us a follow if you're enjoying the stream. If you want to get involved in the league, please join our Discord link that should be in the chat as soon as I post it. As Tygo hits one deep to center. Tailwind makes a dive, but just out of reach. And Tygo has his second double of the game. But anyway, here's the Discord link. Week 2, day 1. Tygo 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a home run. He is absolutely balling most of the offense for the Lumberjacks. Surprise, Stevens in there. This is his 90th pitch, and it's 3-0 to Paula Reed. And he'll 4-pitch walk. So that's it for Stevens. Or no, Strangelove will be lifted, and Stevens will also come out. Truly Whiteclaw will come in for relief. Stevens will be lifted for a pinch hitter, and Brash Starkey. 2-0 to Starkey. And he's ahead 3-1. Ill-advised to walk here. Full count to Starkey. The pitch. And it's a walk, so lows the bases, no outs, and it's Daquan Smith. Speedy Gonzalez on deck. Infield is in for the Lumberjacks. And it's Daquan Smith behind 1-2. Fastball misses high. Misses off the plate, so full count. The pitch. And Daquan Smith comes in clutch. That's going to be in center. One run will score. Runner around third, rounding third, heading for home. Reed scores, and it's a 4-2 ball game. 2 RBI single for Daquan Smith. Both runs charged to Stevens, so you can close the book on him now. As out Speedy Gonzalez. As Whiteclaw having trouble with her control. And it's a 3-1. Full count from Whiteclaw. And it's another walk. So Whiteclaw having trouble getting outs. Accuracy and control are not there. Barco Jr. So back to bases loaded, no outs. And the Lumberjacks look to blow it open in the bottom of the 7th. Ball's hit into right. That's going to score 1. Rounding third is Daquan. He's going to slide in and score right under the tag. And it's 2 more for the Lumberjacks. 6-2 now. The Jacks blowing it open here. 4 runs already in the bottom of the 7th and still no outs. And 3-0 again for Whiteclaw. And another walk, so back again to bases loaded, no outs. And it's Archie Conrad. Whiteclaw still in.
That's outside. That's inside.
2-0. Finally finds the zone after 6 straight balls. 3-1 to Conrad. Will he take the walk or take a swing at it? Takes a swing at it. It's heading deep in the right. Into center. Back goes Tailwind. At the wall. It's a grand slam. Archie Conrad, a grand slam. Blows open this game, makes it a blowout. It's a 10-2 ball game for the Lumberjacks. Now I gotta figure out how to put double digits. 1 second. There we go. So finally an out is recorded. Popped out. Tailwind.
Now back, the first baseman, number 5.
Ball outside.
So Bart Sims comes in for White Claw. Missed that. But he's 3-0 on Paula Reed. And it's going to be a walk to Paula Reed.
Now batting,
So we both batted around in the order. Brad Starkey comes up again.
2.
Got walked and scored, of course. And it's going to be a ground ball. Sardines picks it up, and this inning will finally end for the Gauchos. Lumberjacks explode for 8 runs. And they've blown it open in this game, in this back third of the game, and it's 10-2 now. Starkey will stay in the game for Strangelove at third as Sardines offers at that first pitch and just pops it up into shallow left center. Barkle Jr. gets the out.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 26.
Tamir Tailwind, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 3.
That's foul.
Oh, sorry. Tailwind fouls that one off. Keeps it even at 2. As he swings at the 2-2 pitch, sends it to left field. Ball's camped under it for the second out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number
1 for 3 is Daydream Fever. The designated hitter. Fouls it off.
That's foul.
And it's a good slider there, but managed to get some wood on it, Fever. In the dirt, blocked right in front of Callens. And gets him right back to great weather, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the 9th for the Lumberjacks. Smith, Gonzalez, and Barco Jr. do it.
now batting,
Smith started off that run barrage with a 2 RBI single. And Smith hits one deep to center. Tailwind's gonna head back. He's at the wall. It's gone. Smith, a solo shot.
now batting, the shortstop, number 8.
Hello, Hulkman. How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in for us. Sorry, I've been recording the amount of barrage of home runs that the Lumberjacks have been hitting off the Gaucho hitters. Barco Jr. He's 1 for 4, but he had that 2 RBI single his last time out, 2-2. And right up the middle, so Barco Jr. gets his second hit of the ball game. When the Lumberjacks gonna start subbing in their bench warmers? Shelby Callens technically has not recorded a bat tonight because she's been walked 3 times and had hit by a pitch. She is technically not recorded an at-bat tonight. So let's see if she gets one here. 2-2. And she will. She hits one in the center field for a hit. Thank you for the follow, Hulkman. Appreciate it. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we usually have our game nights. And then podcast and SBL rigged
Inside.
airs on Thursday nights. But this week, I believe it's moved to Saturday once again. I will not be there because
Inside.
I will be partaking in birthday festivities. In a single game, probably. I don't know. We'll have to go to the stats person on that one.
Take your base.
And well, Conrad will get a walk. So bases loaded, 1 out
Now batting,
for Buck Ball.
left fielder, number 34.
And Lumberjacks looking to add on more, even though the Gauchos are dead.
Inside.
Yes, it is. Reno to ball. Finally finds his own. Full count. Strike! strike, 3 called. Ball looks at 3 straight. And it's 2 outs for Tank Tygo. 3 for 4. A home run, a pair of doubles. Here's Tank Tygo and Ben Long will come in to pitch.
Nope, outside.
Down the line, Weiss backhands it, throw to first, in time. So just a run for the Lumberjacks. Top of the ninth, a lot of work to do for the Gauchos. 11-2, big deficit. As the Lumberjacks look to improve to 2-0 on the season. As a reminder, don't go anywhere. Right after this game, we got Angels, High Rollers at Red Rock.
Ball high.
As the Angels look to get another win after their marathon and win in extra innings against the Serpents.
Foul.
Ball's way high from Greyweather.
Nope.
And it's a leadoff walk for Booth. The Biff.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 20.
Here's Kenny Weist.
Nope, that's high. Low. Ball high.
And offers at the 3-1 and comes up empty. And it's going to be another walk. So back-to-back walks for Greyweather. Struggling trying to close out this game here, and that's it for him. Unable to close out the game, but Raleigh Fingas looks to end it here. As first pitch is popped up behind the catcher. Looks like Callan's going to have some room to get the first out.
Now batting, the catcher, number 7.
Warden Campbell now, he's 1 for 2 at the single and a walk.
That's outside.
Changeup just misses outside. And past Callens, runners will be going, throw to third, not in time, and the runners move to second and third. So the Dragon Special is out of play now as Campbell fouls it off. And Spitting swinging a miss. Oh, just missed outside. Curveball, try to get the backdoor right there. And Campbell swings high and deep in the center. Speedy's gonna have it, but runner from third will tag up. Throw is gonna be cut off, and runner will score, and the Gauchos get their third run of the ball game.
Baseman, number 77.
Nope, that's high.
Here's Alfred Walker, 2 outs, runner on third. Trying to maybe pad his stats a little bit.
Ball high.
Yes, he did. He could have read a newspaper. 2-2 pitch for Walker. It's high, full count. And a strike, 3 call, cut fastball, and cut the outside part of the plate. And the Lumberjacks take the 11-3 win handily. Off the back of that 8-run outburst in the bottom of the 7th. 3 runs, 4 hits for the Gauchos. 11 runs, 11 hits for the Lumberjacks. But plenty of walks on the Lumberjack side. They had a total of 9 walks on their side. I did not realize this, but Buck Ball had 4 strikeouts. He earned the Golden Sombrero. 0 for 5. But Barco Jr. getting 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Conrad with that big grand slam. It was his only hit. Tygo 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, 1 and that 2-run shot. And on the Gaucho side, Levi Booth, it's a solo shot, and Warden Campbell also added in an RBI. But not much offense on their side. Steelflex had a nice start, 6 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and a run allowed. Greyweather came in, gets the win. Fingus closed it out. And Stevens tagged with the loss. Not bad though. 6 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. And White Claw truly blew up. Did not record an out. And 3 hits, 6 earned, 3 walks on White Claw's ledger for today. And Sims and Long came in to try and clean up the mess in garbage time. And our play of the game is going to be Tank Tygo. So that'll do it for game 1. 2-0 as the Lumberjacks 2-0 starting off this season, but don't go anywhere. Next, we got Angels. High Rollers. Should be a good one. Our only Epic Conference game of the game tonight. So don't go anywhere. This is SSBL Baseball on Twitch.
change your mind. Can't shake the light. I'll take the chance and roll the dice. Just wanna feel the stars surround. The atmosphere never to come down. I'll stand alone, whether right or wrong. It takes me home, right where I belong. Back down, only one way out. I'll let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turn me inside out. No one can stop me now. So turn up the light. Turn up the light. This is what I waited for. 'Cause the clock keeps ticking hard for me to keep up. I can't take it no more. This is what I waited for. 'Cause the clock keeps ticking hard for me to keep up. I can't take it no more. 'Cause the time keeps turning, feels just like it speeds up. Is what I waited for.
Cold light falling on the ground. Long day, but we won't back down. One thing playing on our minds. Long wait, but we won't give up now. You crave the love I gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud. We are the champions of the night. We are the champions of the night. Yeah. We are the fighting tide, the ones that burn so bright.
And we are right back. Angels, High Rollers, back. As the Angels took the win in that late inning, extra inning thriller against the Serpents. And the High Rollers took a loss in their first game against the Bombers, I believe. And they start out their season 0-1, but game 2 here, second home game for the High Rollers. Hope everyone's doing good tonight. Grant Campbell, his first stint on the High Rollers, getting his High Roller debut, and he walks Tobloom to start out the game. So that'll bring up Scarlett Buchanan.
Number 10.
And it's 2-0. 3-0. And Liner, what a play by Rain, Jesus! And he steps on the bag at first, so had to make a tag at second, but not in time. But what a play, what a stab by Max Range over there on first. So now we got Tita Taigo, and she hits one high and deep. Don't think it has the distance. Piston Omen finds the distance at the edge of the warning track. Tobloom will move to second and third easily, and Angels are 90 feet away from their first run.
Now batting.
It's up to Newmiller now.
Number 2.
As a runner on third, as the Angels trying to strike early against Green Campbell. Ground ball. Good play by Ollie. Throw to first in time. So a pair of good plays on the High Roller side. And the Angels can't convert the runner in scoring position.
Now batting. The left fielder. Number
So no score so far. And oh, what a play by Newmiller. God. some good defensive magic out there to start out this game. As Yumila makes a nice play. So Wally Woolley batting second here. Already 3 plays and only 4 outs. Rainy Getty on the mound for the Angels, and Nikki tries to make a play, but she won't join the good play festivities. As base hit. Oh, so, by the way, thank you DDC for that birthday wish. If you're still here, Max Range. Not that time for D Nikki, but Max Range running on first. And ground ball. This could be a Dragon Special. Newmiller throws the second. Nikki back to first, and it's a Dragon Special to end the inning. So just a base hit, just a single for the High Rollers, but nothing new in there.
The center fielder, number
Heading to the top of the second as Gwen Maitrop will start off. As she swings at that first pitch, popped up, room enough for Range. Gets the out. Dean, he's going for the High Rollers because he's salty that the Angels beat him. But hello, Dean. And liner gets past diving Pernfike for the Angels' first hit of the ball game.
now batting, the second baseman, number 13.
Olivia Martinelli swings at that first pitch. Pop sends it into left field. Calling forward his long stop as returning to first will be the runner.
Now batting,
Here's D Nikki,
shortstop, number
the number 8 hitter in the Angel lineup. And Nikki finds herself behind 1-2. The pitch. And pass the diving Ollie for a hit. Runner's gonna go to third. Throw not in time.
Now batting, the right fielder, number
So runners at the corners. The Angels again threatening to score. Second straight time, and Evergreen offers at that pitch. And sends it the right. Easy play for Strudley. And again, the Angels trying to runner at third. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Angels in that top half of the second. Blind Ollie will start it off for the High Rollers. Check swing. It's a ball. The pitch from Getty. And jammed Ollie a little bit. Sends it into right center. Evergreen takes the out.
now batting,
Becky Foe now, batting 5th. As she sends that foul ball. Oh, I wanted to also let you know. So Whitney's gonna cast tomorrow, and he's got a little surprise for you. I wanted to do it, but I didn't have time to do it to set it up, and honestly, I was kind of lazy because I wanted to make food. I also had to fix my chair a little bit. I had to do something in my chair, but Whitney's got a little surprise for you that I will be implementing, as Neil Miller will take it herself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Rainy Getty. Whitney's got a little thing for you guys tomorrow. I think it's very cool. I've seen it. It's very cool.
now batting,
I will be implementing it when I figure it out, and I don't know if Isaac's gonna do it, but he thought it was cool, so he might do it. But it's gonna spice up the stream a little bit. So Whitney will be debuting that tomorrow. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I thought it was cool. As that ball is sent to the left, but it's foul. Blair Tolbloom getting that walk to start off the game. Hits it this time to Woolley. Takes 2 steps, sends it to first for the out.
now batting,
Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. So you'll see that tomorrow. And honestly, it's better that Whitney showed it because he was the one that figured it out. So it's fitting that he showed it first. Scarlett Buchanan 0 for 1. This top half of the third. As liner, good play by Ollie's making that diving play. So 2 outs, nobody on for Ting Taigo. Or Tina Taigo, sorry. As Tina Taigo hits him in the deep center. Omen's going back, but it's going to be at the track in that deep part of Red Rock. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Grin Campbell.
now batting,
A couple of great plays on both sides of the ball.
7.
Arcane Uptown offers at that first pitch and pops it up. Alicia Woody didn't really have to move, and she'll get the out. Ken Strudley, the former Bomber, will step up to the plate. As he swings at that first pitch, fouls it off. High Rollers, one of the Super Series favorites, one of the top contenders in the Epic Conference. Angels have had down here as Strudley sends it into right for a hit. Angels, more of the same, losing into the wild card last year, just trying to break through, thinking with this squad it's going to happen. Not a lot of changes from last season's squad to this squad. But High Roller is making a couple changes in their depth and started in their pitching wise. One of the notables is Tipsy Reynolds getting to the bullpen as Piston Omen sends it high into left. Tobu makes the out. Strudley heads back to first. We flip it back to the top of the order now, and Alex Longstop. He's 0 for 1. Runner on first and 2 outs. As Getty misses with the fastball low. And that changeup finds his own 1-1. As hard hit to right. As Evergreen plays it well, gets the out, and just a single for just a hit for the High Rollers, but nothing else. We're through 3, still no score here at Red Rock Park. Game number 2 for tonight's game in both teams. As slow roller Woolley charges it, makes the play. Here's going mic drop. Warden Campbell locked in. 2 hits and a walk. Still hasn't recorded a strikeout yet. As Liner, Ollie makes a diving play. Another one over there. Throw to first in time. And Ollie, another good play out over there on the hot corner. If you're keeping score, I think the High Rollers have more defensive plays than the Angels so far. But if you want to find a difference so far, even though the score is no score so far. 1-2 to Alicia Woody, who has a single and makes it even 2-2. Swing and a miss. There's Campbell's first strikeout as she's early on that changeup, and that ends the top half of this inning. Woolley, Range, and Ollie, the heart of the lineup for the High Rollers, do up, looking to strike first. Getty also locked in as Woolley, hard hit right at mic drop for the first out. Nice range. Second year man. Looks at that ball. As he'll look at another fastball that was up right near his face. 2-1. As Liner, and that's gonna get to the wall, off the wall. Range gonna go to second. Tobu throw to second, not in time. Range slides in safely, and it's a 1-out double for the High Rollers. Runner in score position for them for Blind Ollie. Big curveball, good pitch there from Getty. Gets a strike. Another curveball, and all he can do is foul it off. So 0-2 as he fouls that one off. So Getty coming right after Blind Ollie. The pitch, another curveball. Ollie lays off. Changes height on him, but another ball low. And Ollie, another curveball, jammed a little bit, sends it into right. Will again to the stands, off top of the wall. Evergreen couldn't get there. And he sends it to right. Evergreen makes the play at her shins. Good play by Evergreen to charge that and get the charging speed on that one. So unfortunate for the High Rollers. Not an unlucky break there. But runner in scoring position, still 2 outs. Becky Foe. Changeup finds the zone. That ball a little bit too low for the umpire. 1-1. As high, but not very deep or semi-deep to Evergreen. She's camped on break, calling for it. And that threat, the High Roller threat, will be quelled as we're through 4. And still no score here. Top of the 5th for Martinelli to lead it off. Game flying by so far. As Martinelli offers at the 1-1. Will Uptown have enough room? Look like she will. Oh, did not. It bounced off the backstop. And Martinelli gets her second chance and sends it into right. That's going to get past the wall. Gets past Strudley. Martinelli gets into second as it's a leadoff double for the Angels. Their third hit of the ball game. Runner on second for D. Nicky, who has a single already. And ground ball off the glove of Turnpike. Martinelli's gonna come home, and Angels will score from D. Nicky, and it's a 1-0 ball game as Angels, the first ones on the scoreboard. Bianca Evergate will be up now. 2-1 to Evergreen. Popped up for the back, but that's gonna get into the seats. So you're gonna miss 93 miles per hour fastball on that one, and she will swing and miss on that one. So Tobu will be up, 1 out. Runner on first. She's 0 for 1 with the walk so far. Runner is going. It's gonna be a hit and run situation. Charging the ball is all lead throw to first in time at first, but runner moves over to second off the hit and run. Runner on second for Scarlett Buchanan. And first pitch swinging is Buchanan, sent to the center. Omen charges a little bit and gets the third out. But the Angels, off an RBI single from D. Nicky, scores a run, and they will start scoring 1-0. To the bottom of the fifth we go. Vic Turnpike. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball. Newmiller picks it up. Good pick there, judging the hop on that one. Oh, lol. It is not the Lumberjacks in game 4 because they can't play the same day twice. Drop third strike, and Becky Foe is out. Thank you, Fizek. Ground ball with a foul, so 0-2 to Strudley. Good pitch there from Getty, but Strudley lay off. And a swing and a miss. Getty went high for that fastball and got Strudley to offer. So through 5, 1-0 Angels. With Tina Tago to start it off. Also, Donut Boy, I was telling the guys yesterday, but I think, and because I know you watch a lot of the games, I think I do out of all the teams in the SSBL, I've done the high rollers the most. I feel like as a team, like I've commentated the high rollers game the most, and of any team in this league. And a strike 3 called. Slider found the zone, and Tygo was fooled. Yeah, I've done the high rollers game so many times. It's fun to watch. I think out of all the teams, I think I know the high rollers the best besides my team. 1-2 for Newmiller. And right back to Campbell. Easy play for him. 2 outs. 1 might drop will be up now. She's 0 for 2. Oh, 1-1 to Mike Drop. And the same result from Mike Drop as Newmiller as Campbell gets the out. 1-2-3 inning for Campbell. To the bottom of the 6th, high rollers look to get those bats going and score some runs to try and at least tie it or take the lead. As there it is, ball hits the left. Back goes Tobu, it's over the wall, and it's gone! Big Turnpike. Ball screamed over the wall. It wasn't hit very high, but it was screamed over the wall to get that run, and the high roller is finally on the board. Blind Ollie rounds it to second that was a long stop, my bad. That was Piston Omen, my bad. Yeah, I get Turnpike has sunglasses. Piston Omen does not. Yeah, sorry, that looked like Turnpike to me. But Piston Omen, apologies for the mistake, as he gets a home solo shot. As Woolley grounds out, 2 outs for max range. And ill-advised swing from range makes it 0-2. As he swings at the 0-2, pops it up in the shallow left center. DeNicky calling for it. And that'll do it for the High Rollers in the 6th. But Piston Omen ties up this game with a solo shot over the left field wall. And we're heading to the top of the 7th. It's a 1-1 ball game. Faize was saying because Getty was pitching so well that she gets a 10-year, $1 billion contract confirmed. Slow roll to Turnpike, takes 2 steps, sort of the first easy play for them. I'll bring up Martinelli. Change had her full 1-1. I just noticed Green Campbell still only has 3 pitches. Interesting. Martinelli hits one into center field, one of the few hitters to really figure out Campbell tonight on the Angels side, as that's her second hit of the ball game. Also with a pair of hits is DeNicky, who had that RBI. Fastball on the top of the zone, finds it. 0-1. 2-1 to DeNicky. Full count to Nikki. The pitch. And it's a ground ball. Woolley turns around, makes the throw to second. Turnpike on first, and it's a Dragon special. So just a hit for the Angels, but nothing else. And we're to the bottom of the 7th. I'd like to thank you for joining us in this tonight on week 2, day 1. If you're enjoying the stream, please give us a follow on for us. If you want to get involved in the league as Blind Ollie leads it off with a single. If you want to get involved in the league, please join our Discord. As the link will be in the chat. If you're enjoying the stream and want to get involved with the league. Streams are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll have more games tomorrow. 4 games a day, more games tomorrow, and more games on Wednesday. As Becky Foe hits one straight away to center, but Mike Drop gets the out. Also, minors start this week, I believe. Yes, Fizek, right? I think minors start this week. Yeah, I think minors start this weekend. As Turnpike, I got it right this time, hits it deep, and that ball is gone! High Rollers take the lead, 3-1. 4:53. Three to 1, the High Rollers. The bats have come alive a little bit. And after that, Getty offers a free pass for Uptown. Ugh. So 1 out for on first for Ken Stradley, who's 1 for 2. As he'll foul that one off to the left. 0-1. That ball is hitting the center. Mic drop. What a play by Mic Drop! And Uptown went to second, thinking it was gonna drop, and it's a Dragon special, an unconventional one, but a Dragon special nonetheless. What a play by Mic Drop to come in and misjudged by Uptown. So High Rollers take the lead in the bottom of the 7th, 3-1, as Evergreen pops it up. Range calling for it, gets the out. And we go back to the top of the order for Blair Tobloom. And Daryl Tobloom lines that one to the center. That's going to find some real estate for the hit.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 10.
So Roller, Turnpike goes to second, but Buchanan beats out the throw at first. So just a fielder's choice at second. Makes it 2 outs for Tina Taigo, who's 0 for 3. Had a pretty tough night so far. And that ball catches the corner, 1-2 to Taigo. She'll just get some wood on that, fouls it off. And get not very good contact. Paratite takes it up and gets the out. So bottom of the 8th now. Both teams had 6 hits, but the difference in runs as the High Rollers lead by 2. Piston Omen had that solo shot. His last at bat looking to do some more damage. Omen hits one. It was plenty deep, but it was foul. Pretty good one to hit, but he missed it. Into left. Looks like Toad Bloom's gonna call for it herself and get the out. Long stop now. And long stop jammed. It's gonna be in shallow right. Coming for it is Evergreen as Martinelli dove for it, but not needed as Evergreen had it all the way as she charged it. Got a pretty good read on it. And it's Wally Woolley who's 1 for 3 with the single. Woolley hits one deep in the gap, but it's in the deep part of the park. And Mike Drop had plenty of real estate to make the out. So 1-2-3 inning for the Angels. Top of the 9th. Last 3 outs for the Angels as they're down by 2. That's it for Grant Campbell. Didn't go the whole way, but pitched a great one. Raul Gillette looking to finish it off for the High Rollers and get their first win of season 6. Three and 1 for Gillette. And Newmiller will foul it off for a full count. And a walk. So Gillette comes in, walks the first batter he sees.
The center fielder, number 5.
So now it's Quinn Maitrop. As that curveball misses inside by her shins. Good slider there. Had some great break to it. 1 and 2. Change up outside, trying to get that corner. Swing! Gonna miss! Change up tailed away from Maitrop, and she came up empty. Big strikeout for Gillette. 1 out. Ground ball. That's gonna past the diving Woolley. A runner will move up to second. First and second. The tying run is on first now. Here's Olivia Martinelli. She's 2 for 3 with the double and a single. 2-seam fastball catches on up high. Martinelli hits one high and deep to center. Omen judges it well, gets the out. Mule is going to go to third. And no throw as it's runners at the corners now with 2 outs. And it's D. Nicky. She has an RBI, 2 for 3. Just 1 more out for the High Rollers to complete the win. And get the win column for the first time this season. 1 and 1. Just inside 100 miles per hour, 2 and 1. And there we go, makes it even. 2 and 2. The pitch pops it up. Range is calling for it. High Rollers get their first win of season 6 and hand the Angels a loss. And not usually how you would think the High Rollers would win their games. But they get the win nonetheless. 3-1 ball game here. Low scoring affair. As they scored their runs in the 6th and 7th inning. 1 run, 7 hits for the Angels. 3 runs, 6 hits for the High Rollers. Turnpike with that big 2-run shot to take the lead, and Omen tied it with his solo shot. And the bottom 7, 8, 9 hitters all had a pair of hits. Or sorry, 6, 7, 8 hitters all had a pair of hits for the Angels, but a lot of 0-4s on their side. Both pitchers pitched great. Getty went the whole way for the Angels. 3 runs allowed, 6 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. And Campbell got the win. Fantastic start from him. 8 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. And Gillette came in. Just 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and got the save. And Grant Campbell is, of course, your player of the game. But that'll do it for game 2. High Rollers take the win, but don't go anywhere. Next, we got our game of the SSBL game of the night. Retrievers, Vikings. Don't go anywhere. Well, this is SSBL baseball on week 2, game 1.
gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud. I'm ready to love. We're the champions of the night. I'm ready to champions of the night.
Chase the wind and touch the sky. A star's light shines on long after it dies. Oh, in the night, I live every day as if it's your last. All memories been bright like beacons of the past. Oh, in the night, now we race against the sun. Now we race against the Now we race against the sun. Now we race against the
Now batting the first baseman, number 5. Now batting the designated hitter, number 29.
So we're back. Game 3, CSSBL game of the night. Oh no, it was muted for a reason. I was talking on the phone for a little bit. But we're back at Shaka, previously banned in the league, but back for season 5 as ground ball for Joy Holiday, and it's a 1-2-3 inning to start off her night. People like to call me all the time. So people don't call me like throughout the rest of my day, but when I'm streaming or doing like playing games, they always call me. Like for something like when I'm on like Discord or like whatever, always call me. Ground ball for Jerry Briggs as Hewitt makes a nice play. Dina Gregory on the mound for the Retrievers. Nuno Nunez batting second for the Vikings. Hey, Puppy, are these uniforms new? They look new to me. 2-1 to Nuno Zinhas. Nice, I like him. Popped up. Looks like Juan Deck's gonna get the out.
Now back, the designated
Here's Kawhi Hatmore.
number 17.
Batting third, previously batting fifth in the lineup. A little shake around by Hay and GM, a new GM for the Vikings. Dean, sorry, what? I didn't say anything. As Hatmore. Soft hit the first. Bencourt take it to herself. A little bit of a race there, but 1-2-3 inning for Dina Gregory on the other side. So Joy Holiday, number 1 pick, or sorry, number 2 pick in season 5 draft, getting the start here. Number 2 overall. Whitey's probably gonna say something. Cassiopeia was number 1 pick. Yes, I know. I thought Joy Holiday was number 1 pick, guys. That was hard hit right at third baseman for the out. But Judd French, former Bomber. Everyone's a former Bomber. Another play for Deputy. Throw the first in time. So Deputy getting the start at third, but a little problem over there with the arm. So we'll see if that comes into play later in the game. Juan Deck. I have not dropped frames tonight. I'm proud of myself. On deck. And 3 straight plays for Deputy. Throw to first. Gonna be in time as well. And so Deputy makes all the plays in the inning. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Holiday.
Now batting,
Dickie Marshall will start off for the Vikes in the
number 30.
bottom of the second. As Gregory starts it out with back-to-back strikes. Just gets a piece of that one to stay alive. And weak contact on that one. Gregory over to cover the first. Flips it. Betancourt flips it to her. Gets the first out.
The left fielder,
The number 5 hitter, Donnie Driver. And Driver gets the game's first hit with the single in the center. Puppy, I think you want to delete that message.
now batting, the first baseman,
I'm just kidding.
number 14.
2-1 to McMaster. McMaster, a hard hit, but right at Judd French out there. Keeps Driver at first.
Now batting, the shortstop, number
Here's Amir Williams. Gregory gets a look at a strike. Two and one to Amir Williams. The pitch. 3-1. And Amir Williams works a walk. So Gregory's first free pass of the day. First and second for Gage Deputy.
third baseman, number 10.
Yes, these are the new orange road jerseys for the Doggos. I like them. Reminds me of the Giants a little bit. As hard hit to Deputy. And what a play by Woody Walker. Iron balls coming in on the slide. And halting the Vikings threat in the bottom of the second.
Fielder, number 20.
Yeah, remind me of the Giants a little bit. So Max Swinging starts it off. Swings and hits at the second, but out number 1.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 2.
More of a brownish orange. More brown than anything, kinda. Very Hewitt, batting 8th, the retriever second baseman. She sends that to McMaster. McMaster getting a lot of work at first base in this game.
Now batting, the catcher, number 35.
I like the button-up ones. It's classic. I really like the Vikings. Like it doesn't look white, but like it's kind of like a cream type of thing. I like it. So Corbin Carp, he's behind 0-2, and gets some good wood on that one, but hits it foul. Just low, 1-2. And strike 3 call. Holiday, good sequence there. And so far through these first three innings through the retriever lineup, she's cruising so far. Second year man, Kazuya Miyuki, will start off for the Vikings, the number 9 hitter. Pops it up in the left.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 6.
Liner for Briggs, and on that slide, French couldn't make the play like Walker did, but didn't get passed by him, luckily. Kept relatively close to him, where Briggs will stay at first. I'll bring up Noodles Nunez, the runner on first. Briggs is a threat to steal, so Carp. And Nunez gets some wood on that one, but it's foul. As that's it gonna hit into the seats over there and left. One and two to Nunez. The pitch from Gregory. Strike three call! Check swing, but the umpire decided to ring him up.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
So Nunez is Dino Gregory's first strikeout victim, and now he's Hatmore with 2 outs. And Gregory misses high with that fastball. Pitch out, I think. And it's going to be a 3-1 count. And that's going to be just outside. So Gregory offers her second free pass of the night. And now it's a dangerous Vicky Marshall with the runner in scoring position. Vikings looking to get into the score column, but they won't here. Hard hit to right at Hart, throw to first, and 2 runners are left on for the Vikings. So a hit in the walk, but nothing for the Vikings. 2 runners left on, and we're through 3. First third of this game through, and there's still no score here. And the SSBL game of the night. Puppet finally got his game of the night honors. Hard hit right at McMaster. As Betancourt will be sent back to the bench. Richie, he's 0 for 1.
Number 29.
Did you? Did I give it to you last? Oh, well, I thought this was your first one. Oh no, Whitney was the one who was like, no. I gave it to you last week. Yes, I remember. I remember Whitney was like, I remember Whitney was like High Rollers Bombers. As Richie, just a little tap around front. Is it out? Yes, I remember now. Crew Hart looks at a strike. And it's going to be right to Williams. Takes 2 steps, short on the first, and it's an easy play for her. So Holiday cruising so far through 4. And it'll be Driver, McMaster, and Williams due up for the Vikings.
The left fielder, number 47.
That's going to be a slow ground ball. Hart fires at the first for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 14.
McMaster's up now. 2-1. And it's going to be a walk. So 3rd straight inning, I believe, for Gregory that she's allowed to walk. 3rd walk of the night. McMaster's on with the Mary Williams. He got a walk last time up, so still yet to record an official at bat. As that changeup finds his own for a strike. Another changeup, but misses inside. And liner, and that gets through. So Mary Williams has a single. It's 1st and 2nd for the Vikings. As they look to try and score here, break this tie. This stalemate so far in game number 3 of week 2, day 1. And that ball is hit deep for Deputy. Going back is Walker, and that ball is gone. 3-run shot for Deputy, and the Vikings strike first.
Number 45.
So Deputy has herself a 3-run shot. And Miyuki hits one hard, but right at Walker for out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Back to the top of the lineup for Jerry Briggs. It looks like he's 40, but I believe he's a rookie. And Briggs gets some wood on that one, sends it to the seats on the first base side. Backs him off with that fastball. Swing and a close and offered at that 2-2 came up empty. But the Vikings off the bat of Deputy with a 3-run shot take the lead 3-0.
Number 4.
Holiday back on the mound, only 41 pitches. She's doing great. Walker swings at the first pitch to Deputy, and an early, quick first out.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Retrievers still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Judd French. Judd French hit hard, but right at Driver for the second out.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 44.
I'll bring up one deck. Slider finds his own. A little tapper. Holiday takes it herself, fires at the first, and it's a clean inning for her. Through 5.5, halfway through this game. As it'll be Nunez, Hatmore, and Vicky Marshall.
Second baseman,
Gregory back on the mound.
11.
Has hit well to center field, but swing-ins. Great range out there in center, gets the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
So here's Hatmore. He's 0 for 1 with the walk. Changeup finds the outside part of the plate. And that fastball makes it 0-2. Lays off that one inside. Little soul roller, Hart. Picks it up, makes a throw, not in time. Hatmore beat it out with the speed, just slow enough to get the infield hit. So runner up first for Vicky Marshall, who's 0 for 2. Marshall hits it well to right, and off the glove of French. I don't know if he's gonna catch it off the glove or just gonna take the one hop, but missed and judged that one hop, and Hatmore moves to third. So runners at the corners. One out for Donnie Driver. Vikings look to add to the lead. There goes Vicky Marshall, throw to second. Not a good throw from Carp, and Marshall steals it easily to to not allow the Dragon Special to happen. So 1 and 2 to Johnny Driver. Misses inside, even at 2. Change up out in front of it and just fouls it off. Out in front of that one, but better wood on that one. Strike 3 called. Good 2-seam fastball to get the out. Big strikeout for Dina Gregory. Can she strand those 2 runners out there, or will Master win here? Or was it cut fastball? My apologies. Liner misplayed by Deck. Run will score, and the inning continues as Deck could have ended the inning there. 4-0 Vikings. Had a play on it, misplayed it a little bit, and the Vikings catch a break there. Ruled not an error. I would say it's kind of an error, to be honest with you. 1 and 2. Amir Williams, a whiffer. Slider misses way up, 2 and 2. In the dirt, full count. And it's a walk. So Dina Gregory losing some of her control and accuracy there. I'll bring up Gage Deputy, who's already took her deep. And no, she will not face Deputy again. Dina Gregory will be lifted for Chess Eccles, coming in for relief. Trying to hold the lead, trying to hold the score at 4-0. Bases full of Vikings. Gage Deputy. Up the middle, good stab at Eccles to make good reaction to get the out. And bases loaded, will be stranded. Vikings add one more, make it 4-0. 2 errors already for, I believe I saw, for the Retrievers. So swinging's here, Holiday back on the mound, she's on fire. A ground ball to short, Williams makes the out.
The second baseman, number 2.
Here's Barry Hewitt. That ball's inside, 1-1. Soft liner to Deputy. Makes the out.
The catcher, number 35.
The number 9 hitter, Kerwin Carp. Fouls it back. And we'll hit off the net. Way out in front of that slider. So 1 and 2. Check swing on the fastball. Ground ball. Through! That's a Retriever's first hit of the ball game. As the no-hitter is gone for Holiday. Took it into the sixth, but Kerwin Cart breaks it up. I honestly thought she had a shot at it. I didn't want to say anything. Here's Betancourt. 1-2 to Betancourt. Here's a pitch. Tapper, but it's going to be foul for Miyuki. Another tapper, foul. 2-2. And Betancourt staying alive, fouling that one off on the third base side. Yes, it was a perfect game, actually. Swing and a miss for Betancourt as she swings out one that was in the dirt. To the bottom of the sixth we go. Retrievers up, or sorry, Vikings up 4-0. Holiday cruising along in this game. And strike 3 called as Eccles starts this inning out with a strikeout. Miyuki is down on the strikes. Here is Jerry Briggs back to the top of the order. He's 1 for 3 with a single. And Eccles gives Briggs the free pass. We'll run around first for Noodles Nunez. That's a strike to Nunez. Nothing in 1. And he's quickly behind 0-2. There goes Briggs. Throw to second. Not in time as Briggs just beats out the throw. Nunez hits that high. Not very deep. In the kind of middle range to the left. Walker's calling for it. Will Briggs tag? He won't. Faked it, but did not. Cut off by Hart. And runner stays at second. I'll bring up Kawhi Hatmore. First, for 1 for 2 at the walk and a single. One and 2 to Hatmore. Can Eccles finish him off? No, in the dirt. Backs him off the plate. And out in front of that changeup. The pitch from Eccles. And under that one, that curveball is Hatmore, easily playable for Hart. And that'll do it for the Vikings at the bottom of the 6th. Played 6 so far. Vikings so far. All Vikings 4-0. Retrievers look to string something together to try and get back in this game. Domingo Ritchie will start it off for the Retrievers. Holiday absolutely dominant so far. Take a sneeze. Cracks it, breaks his bat, pops it way up. Mizuki will call for it. And gets the out. There's Crew Hart.
Number 9.
Three 3-1 for Crew Hart. The pitch. And finds his own, that fastball. Here comes Holiday. Crew Hart fouls it off. It'll look like in ahead in seats. No, just on the field. And it's a walk. So Holiday's first walk she's allowed all game. Hart, patient, gets awarded the walk. And I'll bring up the dangerous Woody Walker. Walker looks at a strike, bottom half of the zone. Walker hits it 1 deep. That ball is crushed into center field. Gone over the wall. And the Retrievers cut the lead in half. It's 4-2. 494. Jesus.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 41.
Almost 500 feet. My Lord, that was gone. So finally breakthrough Holiday. As it's even at 2-2 for French. Oh, that's a Whitney question. Liner, played well by Williams for the second out. Here's one deck.
Number 44.
Longest this season for sure. I don't know if that's the best ever, but longest this season for sure. That ball is hit to center. On the slide is Briggs, and he well misplayed that. Oh no, and deep center field goes way back, so Briggs got to go for it. Rounding second, going to third. Will he go home? No. Oh yes, it will go home. Misplayed by Williams, and it's an inside the park home run.
The center fielder.
3-4. Oh wait, no, it's an error. It's an error. So I don't know if it's a home run. We'll have to go to the official scores. We'll have to go to official scores. I don't know if that's technically a home run, but it wasn't charged to Holiday, so I don't know if that's technically a home run. It might be a double and then an error. I don't think it's a home run though. But nonetheless, the Retrievers scored 3 off a big 2-run shot from Walker, and inside the well, a double and then a home, and then a couple of errors allowed the runner to score. So the Retrievers all of a sudden come alive and score 3 to the bottom of the 7th we go. Thank you for joining me tonight. It's been, and Vicky Marshall hits it deep to right. That's gonna bang off the wall, the bottom of the wall, and Marshall's gonna go into second cleanly. So the Vikings not laying down. And I'll bring up Donnie Driver.
Fielder, number 47.
But I don't think that second one, that wasn't a home run because it wasn't charged to Holiday, and I think they're counting it as a double, and then like a couple of errors just allowed the runner to advance. So I wouldn't say that's a home run. Might be a triple even. But since it wasn't charged to Holiday as a swing and a miss, Driver's down on strikes. Since it wasn't charged to Holiday, I don't think you could consider that a home run. So Whitney, don't put it down as a home run. Here's McMaster. Way outside, pitch out, I guess. 2-1. Checks on Marshall at second. Outside, full count, or sorry, 3-1. Apologies. And McMaster will get her second walk of the ball game. Where is Peach Dropkin, you hear?
Now pitching.
And as I say that, here is Peach Dropkin coming in for Chess Eccles. Liner! Good stab at Vancourt to get that out. Now bring up Gage Deputy with that big 3-run shot to start the scoring.
Number 10.
Runners are going third to third from Carp, not in time, and both runners advance second and third. So a base hit here from Deputy could bring in 2 for the Vikings. 2-2. We'll check after the game. Full count. Can Dropkin get Deputy? The pitch. Fouls it off. We'll do it again. Strike 3 call. Slider got the inside part of the plate. And Dropkin, clutch strikeout there. Strands a couple of runners in scoring position.
Now batting the second.
So here's Rare Hewitt.
Now in the game.
Deputy will be lifted for a defensive replacement, a Hefty Weeb. So the hot corner has a bigger defense placement. First pitch swinging is Rare Hewitt. And Nunez will get the out.
Now batting the catcher. Number now pitching.
And that's it for Holiday. Comes in for the one batter and taken out for Cal Cooley. Or the Vikings. Big curveball. Fastball, curveball, and a forkball for Cooley's arsenal. As Carp offers at the 2-1 and fouls it off. Fastball misses up. Full count. Carp will pop up, and Nunez catches it on the run for the out.
First baseman.
So 2 outs for Betancourt. And Betancourt pops it up. Miyuki's gonna have some room to get the out. And he will. So 1, 2, 3 go down the Retrievers. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Vikings look to get some insurance. as it'll be Miyuki then top of the lineup.
Now batting, the catcher, number 45.
And a little tapper. Drop kick, did it clearly throw to first. Gonna be in time.
Now batting,
So a lucky break there for the Retrievers. And to the top of the lineup, Jerry Briggs, 1 for 3 with the single and the walk. Briggs, 2-1. And Briggs hits it in that gap. That's going to split the outfielders. Briggs going to round first, heading to second. Walker picks it up, throws it to the cutoff man, and Briggs a standout double. So Vikings look to add some insurance runs here for Noodle Zuniz. 0 for 4 so far.
number 11.
Counts even at 2 for Nunez. Strike 3, call a nasty slider to catch the top of the zone, and that's Dropkin's second strikeout.
Designated hitter, number 17.
And it's a full count to Atmore. The pitch. Atmore right to Hart. Throws it first, and the Retrievers keep the deficit at 1. They're heading to the top of the 9th. Richie, Hart, Walker. Not a better lineup. Not a better 3 you want to do it with.
Designated hitter, now in the game, number 9.
And Nunez Diaz will be rated for Spencer Reed. The rookie getting his shot as a defensive replacement. Cooley 3-0 on Richie. That's a strike. Richie lost that one in the right center. Here comes Briggs. Oh, and Briggs couldn't get there. It drops right in front of him, and Richie gets a single.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 9.
Good screw Hart. 2-1. The big boys coming up for the Retrievers. Through the path, through the left side of the infield. First and second now for the Retrievers.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 4.
Popped up. Foul. One and 2 to Wookie Walker. The pitch. Walker fouls it off. Check swing. Good hold of Walker. Full count now. That ball's through. Richie will hold, and it's a bases loaded. Well, no outs for Judd French.
Number 41.
Infield is in for the Vikings. Can the Retrievers tie it or take the lead? 2-0 from Cooley. Big curveball finds the zone. Fouls it off, so we're back at even 2-2. The pitch. Low slow roller. Reed has to go to second. They're going to score, and the Retrievers tie the game. Richie made a good jump on it. Gets the run, and it's a 4-4 game now. Retrievers coming all the way back from 4-0 down. And they look to take the lead here. 1-2. Pops it up. That's not high and far. And Reed will take it. So now it's up to Max Swingins. Can he? No, Max Swingins will be lifted for Pedro Rubenstein. So Rubenstein trying to take the go-ahead, send in the go-ahead run for the Retrievers. Runner on third. And, off to the right, foul. 0-2. Just off the corner. Good take by Rubenstein. Hard hit right at Williams off the one hop. Throw to first in time. And this game will stay tied. But the Retrievers prolong this game. Tie it at 4. And the Vikings look to walk it off here. As Vicky Marshall will be up. Rubenstein will be lifted for Claudette Levi. So Levi will go to right. French will go to center as Marshall hits it to the center. And a leadoff single from Marshall, and you know she's going to try and score. Or, sorry, steal. So now it's Donnie Driver. He's 1 for 4. Up the middle. That's back-to-back singles for the Vikings. Marshall's going to take it aggressive and go to third. Throw not in time, and Marshall is at third. Winning run 90 feet away. Infield is in for the Retrievers. And are they going to walk McMaster to have it out any base? Yes, they will. They're going to intentionally walk McMaster. So there will be a force out at every base now. I kind of agree with this. A fly ball will win this. Good speed at third. A decent fly ball will win this. Amir Williams. He's 1 for 2 with a pair of walks. Right back in front of Carp, gets the out, and it's a double play for the Retrievers, a Dragon special. Absolutely massive. As it bounced right in front, Carp touched home and threw to first. Can Dropkin get out from bases loaded, no outs? 1 and 2 to Weeb. Oh, great pitch, but he laid off. 2 and 2. Weeb hits it deep. There goes back French. And it's all game. French over his head, and he couldn't make the catch. And it's my foot is cramping. And the Vikings win the game. Wow, what an epic finish. I thought he was gonna have it. And he was tense too, so maybe that played a factor. But the Vikings take it. As that ball kept carrying and just out of reach of his outstretched glove. What a heartbreaker for the Retrievers as they came back to tie it from 4-0 down, but the Vikings end up taking it. What a game. Hefty Weeb with a walk-off double, or walk-off single, I guess. I think he was tense. To be honest with you, I think he was tense. I think because he was tense, he had a little bit less speed. Yes, Swingins gets that. I think Swingins gets that. Wow, what a game. Talk about SSBL game of the night. What a good one. No, he's not out of position because he's outfield secondary, so he was fine. It was his secondary position though. As we go to the stats, so yes, Whitney, it wasn't a home run. Only home run was to Gage Deputy, so that one was not a home run. But man, Woody Walker with the absolute bomb into left center. Got those 2 RBIs. French and Deck both had RBIs. Vicky Marshall 3 for 5. Habmore with the 1 for 4. Oh man, Deputy with that 3-run bomb. Briggs had a couple of hits. Holiday pitched well, 7 1/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Had a no-hitter going into the 6th, or a perfect game going into the 6th. Cooley blows the save but gets the win. And Dropkin comes in, does her best, but gets the loss, allows the run. And Gregory did not last that long. 4 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts into no decision. And your play of the game is going to be Woody Walker, as he's 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs. And Gage Deputy on the Viking side with that 3-run shot. I think it should have been Holiday, but whatever. Oh, what a game for... Oh, man, I need a breath after that. Man. What a way to end your SSBL game of the night. But we still got one more, folks. Wrong fielders. Moonshots as our nightcap. We're going to head back to Big Sky. We'll be right back. Week 2, day 1. Don't go anywhere. This is SSBL based.
against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Race against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Ooh.
And we're back for the final game of the night. Wrong Fielders, Moonshots. As Moonshots look to get their first win of their season 6 campaign. Wrong Fielders just going along.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Whew, I'm still thinking about that game from last one. Oh my god. Oh my. I lost my breath. I was like, and then I'm like, oh man, I get excited doing this. I get way more excited about games like that aren't mine when I commentate than I actually do like when I'm just regular watching it. As the first batter sends it to center for a hit. Betty Good versus Cam Iconic, and when you see Cam Iconic stats, you're gonna laugh.
Number 36.
So very good, sorry. Slow roller, takes a weird hop north to Crump, throw to first, not in time. So just out at second.
The first baseman. Number
On-fielders 1-1, getting there first, getting the win against the Gauchos, but then dropping game 2 against the Lumberjacks. Here at Big Sky. Moonshots losing to the Retrievers and the Overdrafts. Full count to Tracy Branch. Oh, well, what hit? That ball's hit, but it's gonna be foul. This one's gonna be a short prediction. Popped up. Nick Hughes gonna be able to get it.
now batting, the second baseman. Number 20.
Here's Taco Burns. Runner on first, 2 outs. That's a ground ball. Earl Crump gets the out, and that'll do it for the wrong fielders, leaving one on. It'll be Hugh Musgrove's Destroyer. For Moonshots, no changes in their lineup. Look at that junk. My God. Nick Hugh hits one on the left. That's going to bounce off the wall. Good bounce for Plaintiff. So it keeps you at first. White lasers. Here's Musgroves. There goes Hugh, hit and run. Musgrove swings through it, and it's in time. Good throw. So Hugh is down. And swing and a miss. Musgrove just dropped their strike. He's going to go to first. Musgrove stood at first in time. So a strikeout for Cam Iconic. You don't get refunded. Here's Kodiak Destroyer. And Destroyer early on that one. Liner right to Curtis. Throw to first. And Iconic has a pretty easy first inning. Walden Wayne, Carl Scott, and Drew Heaven due up for the round fielders. Here's Walden Wayne. Walden Wayne. There's a liner in the center. Walden Wayne gets a hit. Leadoff single for Wayne.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 49.
A ground ball. This could be a Dragon Special. Crump. And it's a Dragon Special. So quickly 2 outs now for Drew Heaven. Ground ball past the glove of Destroyer, and that gets through. So Drew Heaven gets herself a single with 2 outs.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 44.
Liner right at Dreams, and another runner left on base for the wrong fielders, but a couple of hits for them. We're heading to the bottom of the second. Still no score.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 13.
Right Dreams behind 0-2 to Iconic.
Nope, that's no.
Ooh, just low. 1-2. Breaks his badge, just absolutely handcuffs him. And Direct Dreams staying alive here. Inside. Counts even at 2. Up and away. Full count. Gets under that curveball. Pops it up. Bailey Curtis under it.
Now batting,
I'll bring up Earl Crump, the second baseman. And he pops it and foul away. Even at 2 for Earl Crump. And that's a liner in the center. That's going to be a hit. Scott will pick it up.
now batting, the center
So runner at first, 1 out for Dale Blanco.
40.
As Iconic misses that fastball low. Same spot, same location, same result, 2-0. And quickly behind 3-0 on Dale Blanco. And he gets a free pass, so Blanco was Moses on to first, and now it's French Pastry with the first and second.
Number 21.
And that's off the glove. Runners went to second and third, so Drew Heaven misplays that. And now the Dragon Special is out. It doesn't matter. French Pastry blows this one into the second off the third deck, and it is gone. That ball's in the left. So France Pastry absolutely bombs that. If it wasn't for the stands, I think it would have went farther, but off the third deck. 453, 3-0 Moonshots. And again, Heaven, second time this inning. Pass ball on her as runner moves to second. Under that one is Plum North. Deep enough, looks like runner from second's gonna try and tack for third. He will. Carl Scott picks it up, cut off to Taco Birds, and he's in safely. Absolute missile. Here's Nick Hume with the runner on third. Could sport himself an RBI. And he will, he's up the center, and Moonshots take a 4-0 lead, adding on. I'll bring up Matty Musgrove. Matty Musgrove's not hard hit, but it's going to find some real estate in front of Scott. And Hugh's going to go to third. Throw from Scott in time. Good throw from Scott to cut Hugh down. And that'll end the inning. 4 runs, 5 hits for the Moonshots. Pastry, big 3-run shot, and RBI added from Nick Hugh makes it 4-0. Top of the third. Offering at the first pitch, slow road to second for the first out. I'll bring up Rock Lance. Rock Lance hits this high and deep to center field, but at the base of the warning track is Blanco. Didn't go far enough. Missing some power there. Couple of freaking bombs tonight. Last 2 games, absolute bombs of home runs. Cherry Drew is up 3-0, and that's a lot. Misses inside. So runner on first for Tracy Branch. Looks at a curveball strike. Fouled off. And liner off the glove of Dreams. Crump picks it up, still gets the out. So good good by Crump to come over, help out Dreams as he went to cover first. And another runner left on base for the wrong fielders. So bring up Kodiak Destroyer as he offers at that one, but foul. Not a lot of space back there behind the plate. Little tapper. Branch flips it over to Iconic for the out. I'll bring Break Dreams 0 for 1. Break Dreams swings that one below his knees. Set to first for the second out. So 2 quick outs for Iconic. Brings up Earl Crump. Inside. Curveball misses up, so 3-0. Fastball finds the zone. And Crump lines this one to the left. That's going to get in front of Plaintiff for a hit. I'll bring up Dale Blanco. Got a walk and later scored off that 3-run shot by Pastry. Change up slowly, moves in there for a strike. Blanco off the end of the bat. Branch makes a nice play, backhands it, and takes it herself for the out. Through the first third of this game, Moonshots lead early after getting the 4 runs in the bottom of the second. Very good, back out there. First pitch is offered at to third, and Destroyer makes the easy play. DH Wilden Wayne will be up. Goodness is outside, and Wayne gets his second hit of the ball game as he sends that into center. So Wayne is on once again for Carl Scott. There goes Wayne to hit and run. Destroyer still goes to second north to Dreams, and it's a 6-4-3 Dragon special as it was hit too hard, and Destroyer still had time to go to second. Bold move, but completes the Dragon special. Here's French Pastry. of course, had that absolute missile to right. This one, not so much a missile. Calling forward his plaintiff for the out. I'll bring up Bellator Curls, who had a single already, and later score. Curls hits that in the left. Plaintiff's gonna look up, and it's off his shoulder. Didn't field it cleanly off the wall. And Curls has himself a double. I'll bring up Plum North, who's 0 for 1. The shortstop, longtime shortstop of the Moonshots. You have to guess it's probably her last year, as they got Bo Jackson in the minors in the waiting. 3-0 to Plum North. And she'll take a walk. So a 4-pitch walk allowed. And we're flipping back to the top of the order as Nick Hugh already has an RBI single. He has runners on first and third, or first and second. Nick Hugh hits it high and deep. Scott going back. He's at the wall, and it is gone. Nick Hugh, a 3-run shot. And the Moonshots have blown it open here, 7-0. And that's it for Iconic. 7 earned runs allowed, not the best you want to see for him. And Hank Murphy will come in to eat up some innings. The rookie. It looks like he's 40. 1-2 Destroyer. Destroyer off the inside of the part of the bat, but fouls it off. And he gets a wood on it, hits it, and splits the outfielders into the gap. Off the wall. Destroyer will head into second. Scott feeds it to the cutoff man and Burns. And it's a 2-out double for the Kodiak. I'll bring up Rec Dreams, who's 0 for 2. That's a ball 1-1 to Rec Dreams. Rec Dreams. Good play by Curtis, diving it, throw to first, not in time as Dreams wheels beats out the throw. So runners at the corners for Earl Crump. Pair of singles so far. As Moonshots, foot is still on the gas pedal, not letting up. Swings at that high fastball. Blech, sorry. Earl Crump, and it's gonna get through into the corner. 1 run will score. Here comes Rec Dreams will hold at third. Apologies. Thought he was gonna come home, and it's gonna be 8-0 or Moonshots off the RBI double for Earl Crump. 3rd hit of the night for him. And Murphy, and that one he sends Blanco. That's gonna get down. 2 more runs will score, and Blanco has a 2 RBI single. 6 runs have crossed the plate to this inning for the Moonshots. 10-0, and it is officially a blowout, folks. If it wasn't already. Pastry gets under that one, and that will end the inning. Curtis is under it. Moonshots had 6 more, and it's 10-0. Moonshots over the wrong fielders. Big cushion for Barry Good. Nonetheless, has a little flare, and oh, Rec Dreams couldn't handle it well, and it's gonna drop in for a single. I'll bring up Bailey and Curtis. I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. It's been fun. We had a great crop of games. Great crop of games tonight, actually. But here, a blowout in game number 4 to end the night. If you're enjoying the stream, please give us a follow. Streams here's our schedule. There's our schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday as North flips it, but doesn't get the out at first. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday evenings. But they're not always at 6 p.m. Central. Wait. 8 p.m. Central. Sometimes they're at 6. I'm just on the West Coast, so I do it after work. If you want to get involved in the league, please join our Discord. There's a link there. Become your own manager, create your own player, watch him or her rise through the ranks, or become your own manager and maybe manage your own team in the future. I know expansion has been talked about for this league as Curls taps it right in front of Heaven. Gets you out. If you have any questions, you can ask me, A Squared, or M Whitney, or sorry, Chicken Sandwich, or Fizek.
Nope, outside.
1 and 2 to Plum North. As she's in there, sends it to center for her, for a hit.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 3.
Nick Hugh now. Home run, a couple of singles, and 4 RBIs. Rounds it. This could be 2. Curtis to Burns, sort of first, not in time as Hughes too fast.
Now batting, the
Here's Matty Musgroves.
fielder, number 29.
Ball outside.
Swing and a miss.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 36.
Foul. Sadly, you're out.
And a strikeout for very good.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 5. Now batting, the second baseman, number 20.
Pops it up.
That's foul.
And Destroyer will look into again as his eats. Little soft tapper to Dreams, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for good. When people start retiring,
Now batting, the third baseman, number 4.
Nope, that's low. Nope, that's outside. Foul ball.
ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a hit.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 13.
Rick Dreams is down on strikes.
Now batting,
Brings up Earl Crump, who's 3 for 3.
number 7.
Also, Hank Murphy having trouble here because a lot of the Moonshots hitters are switch hitters. So his specialists is not really in effect as Earl Crump hits it deep to center. And that baby is gone!
Center fielder, number 4.
12-0 Moonshots as Crump hits a home run. Blanco hits it to right, but it's gonna get there for Lance.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 21.
Strike.
Swing and a miss for Pastry. And a swing and a miss. Pastry is down on strike for the second time this game. So another 2 you can put on the board for the Moonshots. 12-0. To the top of the 7th we go. To the back third of this game. That ball. Right to Dreams. Gets the out.
Now batting the center fielder, number 49.
That's high.
Another ground out. 2 outs for Drew Heaven.
The catcher, number 12.
And under that one, it's going to be popped up. Destroyer is calling for it. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Barry Good.
Now batting the catcher, number 18. Now batting the shortstop, number 12. Now batting the left fielder, number 3.
Ball inside. Ball inside. Ball inside. Ball for taking this.
Now batting the right field. Now pitching, number 26.
Here's Matty Musgroves. Bijou Real will come in for Hank Murphy. A runner on first, 2 outs.
That's outside. Nope, take this.
Now batting the third baseman, number 4.
That ball's hit deep to center, and that's going to be a 3-run shot. Oh, Lord. 3-run home run for Kodiak Destroyer.
Now batting the first baseman,
Oh, sorry, I didn't do their song. 15-0. $15-0. A 3-run shot from Kodiak Destroyer. And this is an absolute rout.
number 44.
Ball outside.
Now batting the left fielder, number 24.
Foul. Foul. Ball out.
Very good at 70 pitches. Strike 3 call. Plaintiff down on strikes.
Now batting the right fielder, number 2.
Jeez.
Now batting the third baseman.
So 2 outs for Sherry Drew. Nobody on. Or sorry, 1 runner on.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 7.
Earl Crump, a triple away from the cycle. But realistically, there's only one way that you can get a triple on this I almost said map, on this ballpark. Won't get the cycle. As True gets him out. Dale Blanco, 1 for 3, single walk, 2 RBI.
Number 40.
Nope, that's no.
Right to Drew for back-to-back groundouts.
Now back, the designated hitter, number 21.
Nope, that's outside. Steer. Nope, that's inside.
Pastry, been hitless ever since that home run. He'll pop it up again, 1 for 5.
Out.
To the top of the 9th we go.
Back, the first baseman, number 5.
Ball's hit high, but not very deep. As Musgroves will get the out.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 20.
That's down. Ball high. Steer. Nope, ball.
And a walk. Yes, Elder, welcome to the blowout.
The designated hitter,
Now, how should I take your order? Barry Green, very good, trying to complete the complete game shutout. One out runner on first for Walden Wayne, who has a couple of pair of hits, and he'll pop it back up, but not a lot of room back there. And foul territory, but just enough for Bellator Quirls. The wrong fielder is down there last out.
number 49.
Swing and a miss. So 2-2 to Carl Scott.
Nope, nope.
Full count. Strike 3 call and good. Gets a complete game shutout. 15-0. Moonshots decimate the wrong fielders. No runs, 6 hits for the wrong fielders. 15 runs, 17 hits for the Moonshots. Oh my. Lance, Wayne, Heaven, and Curtis only ones with hits for the wrong fielders. Moonshots, everyone in the lineup got hits. Nick Q 3 hits, Destroyer 3 hits, Crump 4, Curls 2 hits. Iconic 7 runs, Murphy 6 runs allowed. Just not very good for the pitching staff of the wrong fielders. Very good. 9 innings, 6 hits, no earned runs, complete game shutout. 15-0. Earl Crump will get the player of the game honors, followed by Nick Hugh and Kodiak Destroyer. Sorry Blazers, but that'll do it for me. It's only up for here, man. That'll do it for me. Thank you for joining me tonight. It was fun. We had a couple of great games. Just to recap, Lumberjacks handle the Gauchos for their second win to get 11-3. High Rollers get their first win of the ball game, of the season, 3-1, a close one, 3-1 against the Angels. Vikings walk off against the Retrievers. Vikings walk off against the Retrievers 5-4 after the Retrievers come back 4-0 down, and the Moonshots absolutely blow the wrong fielders out of the water 15-0 on their first win of the season. So that'll do it for me here for 8 Squared. Tomorrow, I believe it's going to be at 6 p.m. Central, so it'll be a little bit earlier, 4 p.m. Pacific. Whitney will be on the call, and he's got a little surprise for everyone. he's got a little surprise for everyone. So he's got a little thing he's gonna do for it's really cool. I've seen it, and I think me and Fizek will both be implementing it on our streams from now on. But Whitney will debut it. It's cool, and you'll get to see it tomorrow. So that'll do it for me. Thank you guys for joining me, and you guys have a good night.